Oh my god, you guys about to be YouTube famous. No, I'm kidding. I don't really got it like that. I'm so sorry. One day though, maybe. Uh, okay. I'm gonna get this camera thing up because there's no way in hell I'm holding this phone like this. Um, how do I, how do I have an idea. Hello, everybody. Okay. No, give me a moment. I got you on that question. I'm just trying to unscrew this. That's what's happening right now. Also, Wendy, you don't mind too, right? I want to make sure you're cool with it too. If not, let me know. Wait, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
Oh, fine with it.
Okay, cool. Hello, everybody. So, I am on live speaking with my students. Um, Originally, we would be like doing some dance stuff, but we're not doing that today. We're going to be talking about basically just a lot of realness. So, meaning, why isn't this working? Oh, I get it. Meaning, speaking about racial profiling or their experience with in regards of like the black culture or just minorities in general and what they have gone through. Because I wanted to ask and I want to see what they know, what they don't know, what they're curious about, and all that stuff. So if I turn the camera, we got here over here, we got Noel. Yeah, looking Afro-licious. And then we got Wendy Wend. I don't know where that came from, Wendy. I'm so sorry. I said Wendy Wend. Ew. I will never say that again, ever. Um,
Love that. Wendy Wend.
Wendy Wend. Wendy Wend. All right, cool. So, everyone on live, you guys, someone said Wendy Wend.
How
Laugh
many people are
emoji.
on there?
Huh?
How many people are on there?
30. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna put this down here, and then if you guys on the live stream have any questions to ask too, please do. Um, Wendy. You said you're Chinese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Wendy who's Chinese, but most importantly, she's human. And then we got Noelle, who's where are you, Noelle? Actually,
Black.
but I mean, like, yeah, homegirl's black. She's part of the fam. She's family. She's she's fam. She's fam. So something I asked, and you guys can see me. So I'm going to put this on speaker view. So something I asked was that what is something that you faced? Have you ever faced any racial profiling or discrimination in your life? So by the way, she's 14. Like so she's what too many people will say young. I usually just for those of you who care about that stuff, she's 14, but she speaks like a grown ass woman. So all right, so what is something that you faced, you believe, or you gone through?
So I go to a predominantly white school
Mm-hmm.
in predominantly white town. So it's just like hard because there's not many people to relate to.
Mm.
And I get a lot of questions like, "Oh, do you have a dad at home? Do you live in a house? Like stuff, little stuff like that."
Mm-hmm.
And it bothers me a lot because it's like, where are you getting these questions from?
Right.
Like, and then it's just, and then there's like 300 kids in my grade alone,
Mm-hmm.
and there's only 7 black kids in there.
Wow, that was like my high school. Damn, that's okay. 7 black kids in your 300 students of grade. Okay, so it's
In
like
my
that.
grade alone.
Okay.
And it's like it's just and the thing is like it's not really like black kids. It's more just MECO students because I'm in the MECO program. So MECO students, there's only 7 MECO students there's one Muslim kid, there's an Asian girl, and then the rest of us are black. It's just hard because there's no one that looks like us here.
Mm.
And I mean, people try to understand. Like I guess they try, but like it's not always easy.
What is something you say that they're trying to understand? Like, what is it that they're trying to understand?
How hurt we are, and I guess it's harder for me because the kids, the black kids that I'm around, they're just not as aware as I am. They're not as aware and like focus on those tiny things as I am.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see those kind of things, it's just like, and when teachers try to relate, it's just like, what? Like they don't understand like how we're feeling and try to understand like, oh, like they'll mess up our names and call each other's names.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. It's just really hurtful, and it's just like, why can't you remember my name? Why do you keep calling me someone else's name? Why do you keep calling me that person's name?
Right.
I know they're black, but like, I look nothing like them.
Right.
Nothing like them.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating. And there's only one black teacher. One.
In your entire school?
My school. And even that person, they're like whitewashed. So it's like, it's just like so. And like a lot of my friends are like, oh, why didn't you move out here? Why didn't you move out here? Why didn't you move out here?
Well, where do you live? You don't have to say exact address, but like.
I live in the city.
Okay, you live in the city,
Yeah,
alright.
I live right in the city. So when they ask me, oh, why don't you just move out here? It's easier to live out here. Like you're 30 minutes away from the school. Like it's a lot of work driving all the way down there. That's my break. Coming home is my break. From a whole bunch of white people.
Damn.
And I'm not trying to be mean, but like,
right.
I don't get to hang out with people who look like me. I don't. And it's hard to relate. It's hard to be my full self when I can't be around people who understand me.
Right.
And it's difficult. Yeah, it's just hard. And then being on top of that, Corona and Zoom classes. See, I can't do a school no more. And it's my freshman year, so there's all new teachers.
Damn.
It's just so like, where am I?
Right.
Who invented this? Like, I'm just so in shock. Like, and I mean, I guess I don't have to deal with any racial profiling because I'm not in school.
Yeah.
But like, it's just I don't know. It's just difficult. People on social media are just so disrespectful and so like, it's just hard to explain. People our generation just have no kindness. No kindness. Or the kids at my school, kids at my school.
Right.
Y'all school's probably better than mine, but like.
So something I've realized in my experiences is, so the reason why I believe this is an important conversation to have is we just need to have these conversations. Like, we need to have these conversations to create a space where we can just close that gap, because we have too much of a gap. It's to the point where people like us are dying to find each other in like heavily white communities. Like, we'll be the only black person in a restaurant, and then we see another black person. We're like, you out here too? So am I. We're connected. So something I want to ask is, when do you feel, honestly, be real, do you feel like comfortable if you're the only black person in a space or in a school, or like safe or anything?
Absolutely not.
Really? Why?
Not. I feel like I'm always being judged, or somehow I feel like it's not that I'm uncomfortable, but I dislike being the only black person in
Mm.
a specific room. I'm so used to it that I'm not uncomfortable, but I'm more angry that I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why isn't there more people that look like me? And just like, what? I don't want to be here.
Mm. That's interesting. So you're saying that like it's been a time where you feel uncomfortable because there's not really anyone who connects with you on what level, like on a level of being black or a level of understanding.
I feel like at the end of the day, you're black. I'm black, and I need people who are gonna look like me and understand me.
Mm.
And a part of a part of that is just a part of being comfortable is a part of is being around that makes you feel being around people that makes you feel comfortable.
Mm.
And black people make me feel comfortable. I mean, I doubt you'd want to be in a room with people who don't look like you. You're gonna feel some kind of uncomfortableness, whether you want to or not. You're
Right.
going to.
Right. So
Like,
why I was gonna say why do being around black people make you feel comfortable?
because they're people I can relate with,
In what way?
and just understanding how I feel in certain scenarios.
Mm. So, perfect. I'm glad you said that. So something for the people who are listening in this live stream. So something that a lot of people don't understand within the minority community is whenever we are surrounded in a space, and we kind of just round up by our tribe, by our, I would say, our community of people that look like us or kind of understand, because it's not that we do not like black people. Sorry, we do not like white people. It's the fact that white people don't understand. So when they speak in ways that we have not lived, um, black people or minorities are the ones who understand because we've gone through the same type of suffering. We've gone through the same type of, uh, not same exact experience, but the same type of suffering in regards of experiences with either families or relationships or literally conditions like school systems, jobs, work, public events, public venues, public anything, and just interactions with just other human beings. Let's remember, like, slavery was abolished not really that long ago. Be black and white people literally being allowed in the same place was literally allowed literally not too long ago. Like this is all still very, very new. So like, and these are my kids that are in, these are my hip hop student kids. And so the reason why this is important, because around the same time hip hop was created is generally around the same time when uh, the whole idea of black and white segregation was abolished. Um, and so it's still fairly new. Hip hop has been around for a little bit over 40 years, and segregation was literally abolished around the same time. And so, again, it's not the fact that, oh, well, white people are just mean or assholes. I mean, we can all be mean and assholes, but it's just because there's a collective understanding within our community, so we feel safer. We feel like there's people we can be around that really understand. Um, and so this is something that's like really important. So thank you for explaining that, Noel. Now, Wendy, baby gal, I wanted to ask
So,
you. She said, "Hello, hey, hi." I want to ask you. Do you feel? Do you feel is? Or do you feel comfortable if like you're the only Chinese person in a room?
um, I would say at school it was mainly Latino and Black, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like the only Asian.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, I really wanted to have like just like a group of friends that like looked like me too.
Mm.
But I never really got that, and
over time, I felt more comfortable just being myself and looking different than everyone else that surrounded me.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was younger, it was really hard because I didn't have any like anyone that looked like me, and it was really sad. But I think now, I don't really care now, but yeah.
Dope. Now, would you say you were uh so you felt are you saying you felt basically the same? Like, yeah, even if I was surrounded by black or Spanish people, I still felt like I was looking for people who looked like me. The same, right? Is that what you're saying? Just to confirm.
Like, what do you mean?
Sorry. So, was it the same? Like, did you still feel uncomfortable as well with, not uncomfortable, but like, we're looking for people who look like you, even when you're surrounded by black or Spanish people?
Um, I would say I was more uncomfortable. Well, not uncomfortable. It was just like the same. It was different back then, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
because when I was growing up, yeah, I didn't have anyone that looked like me really,
Mm.
and like I think I was the only one in my grade, and I still am. But I think like the friends that I've grown up with now are not Asian or not Chinese or whatever, but I still appreciate them, and they're still just as good as friends, even if I had like a group of Asians.
Right, 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 right. Cool, 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 cool. Which is cool. I appreciate that. That's nice. Um, and you say from earlier you had the uh, gift or opportunity to be surrounded by a nice group of people in your neighborhood or family or experience in childhood, or no?
Yeah, I think where I grew up, even though I didn't have anyone that looked like me, I would
Mm-hmm.
still say that everyone was really nice and everyone was accepting of me, even
Nice.
though I looked different. And I really appreciated that because it made me feel more accepted, even though
Mm.
I thought differently of myself.
Mm-hmm. That's dope. That's really cool. That's really nice. Now, something else I wanted to ask is for both of you, um, what do you feel or what do you believe is something that people need to know like if you want to feel comfortable in a condition in an area with people that don't look like you, what is something that you believe others should do or act or say, or like what is something that's missing that would make you feel more comfortable, either when it's in a group of white people or a group of black people or a group of people that don't look like you? What would you say is something that would be helpful for you to feel more comfortable?
I would personally say be inclusive, be kind, and do not assume
Mm.
or assume. Because assuming can bring off a trigger warning for
Mm-hmm.
people. And it's just you want to be nice to them. You want to be inclusive. You want to make sure they know they're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest part. When someone doesn't feel welcome, they feel they can't move or they feel a little boxed in.
Now, how do they welcome you? Like, how do they feel welcoming? So, like, let's say there's a white person who wants to make you feel welcomed, but they don't want to try too hard because they're like, I don't want to make them think that like I'm trying too hard because they're black, but I just want to make them feel welcome. So they're like a little bit extra, because people can be extra, but their intentions are out of love, but they're like, I don't know what else to do because they don't.
Just introduce yourself. Just introduce yourself. Like, hi, I'm. Don't push too hard because some people are just very. For myself, I personally I'm very out there. Like, hi, I'm Noel. Like, just be just know just let them know you're there.
Mm.
Let them know you're there and that you want them there. Let them know that I am sorry, my siblings. Um, just let them know that come talk to me if you need me.
Right.
I'm here.
Right.
Just let me know.
Right.
That's all they need. That's all they
Mm.
need.
Dope.
So when they're looking out in the crowd, oh, I need someone, they can look at you.
Mm.
You can be their first thought.
Right. Wendy, how about you?
you should obviously be kind, you know, like treat everyone the same. And yeah, everything you all said, I agree with.
Cool, 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 cool. Something I say that's also really important too is because this is something I'm going to colleges and having these conversations with people, even in college. So something I've been saying a lot is have a conversation. Um, and just like Noel said, people assume because they don't know. So one thing I will say for people who are listening is it's okay to be ignorant. Literally allow yourself to be ignorant, but be ignorant in an open way as opposed to being ignorant in a closed way. So you can be ignorant and be like, well, they should just do this anyways because that's what we do. Okay, that's closed. Or you can be ignorant and be like, well, shouldn't they be doing this? Well, no, they can't because they do things like this. They're like, oh, why is that? Or what is it that they do it? Like, ask the question as opposed to making a statement. A statement is more so of an assumption slash justification, but a question is more an open response. So if you create an open response as opposed to a judgment, then we're more likely to I mean, it depends on the person. You can be like, well, why is your hair so up and thick? And what's that thing, that comb in your head? One, it's a pick. Two, it's an afro. Three, it's a, so like it's okay to ask questions, but if you really want to ask things, and if you guys have any questions that you want to ask right now, please do, by the way. But if you really want to create a conversation to understand a culture that you just don't know about, ask. Literally create a safe space and ask a question rather than assume. Go to the source as opposed to um, making up a story. Yeah, I'd be like, oh, I think they do this. I think they do that. Um, Someone said, oh my God, there's actually quite a few. Someone said, love each other, and when we're scared to let people know we need you, our brother, our sisters, our friends, you're here, an American, and even not if we don't get a lot of time, just bet it's yourself. I don't know what that means, but that sounded beautiful. um, Someone said, I love what you guys are saying. I had to learn this through growing up white in a predominant black neighborhood where we love each other no matter race, love, progression. Oh, that's dope. And so, again, being able to create a safe space where you guys can communicate compassionately, openly, and vulnerably, so we can help close the gap and create a healing as opposed to repeating the same habits that we've been repeating for the past hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get off live now. I'm gonna hang out with my students, y'all. So like, I'm over this live. This is for your knowledge to take along with you, so you guys can help make the world a better place, because we all need to do that. Okay. All right. This is Noelle. Say bye, Noelle. This is Wendy. You can't see her face, but she's great too. And you don't need to see my face. Someone said, sorry fam, came in late and had to finish the sentence. Thanks for being so open. We need to move on and grow together. No more leaving people behind. Love you no matter what, all of you. So Caden says, bye Noel. Blackheart. These people are so nice. I love these people. Y'all so sweet. All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Appreciate you. Until next time, one love. Let's make the world a better place for all of us, not just a race, but the human race. Okay, bye.